Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for clicking, guys. For those who do not know me, my name's Mercy Odongo. Welcome a lot. So guys, as you all know, we are all about mental wellness. Today I want to share with you tips on how to identify red flags in a relationship. Guys, being in a relationship is so sweet. You get pampered, you are done for everything. I really enjoy it. You enjoy a lot, but sometimes things can go haywire, whereby this happens only when you didn't or you've not got the right partner, whereby things you start seeing different things. You feel that maybe God planned it that way, but no, it's just because the right partner is not the one you are having. So do you enjoy with me this journey of helping you to identify the red flags in that relationships that you have, or maybe later when gonna be in a relationship you're gonna see these things. You have had an idea that this is the red flag. So the first one is overly controlling behavior. Guys, if you have a partner who controls your beliefs, your locations, he or she wants to know where you are all the time. He just thinks that maybe what you're doing is not the right thing, or your decisions. That person is just concerned of his or her own happiness, not yours. So you need to think twice about the person. Yes, he should control you. He or she should control you because he is your partner, but overly doing it so much that you get bored of it. That one, that's a no to a healthy relationship. So take note of that. The other one, guys, is lack of trust. Trust is a very important foundation in a relationship. Where there is mistrust, that relationship is not healthy at all. Your partner should trust you because already you got him or you got. He or she should have trust in you. Mistrust leads to lots of relationship. So lack of trust tells you something in that relationship. Your partner should trust you. Healthy trust, healthy relationship. No, trust. When there is distrust, there is unhealthy relationship. So you should trust each other in that relationship. Lack of self-esteem is the third point, guys. If you find a partner who, instead of helping you build your esteem, he or she helps you to lower it, no, that's not the right person. As someone who loves you will do anything and everything just to make you happy, just to make you look good and look like someone whom he loves. So self-esteem matters a lot in someone's mental health. So if you find a partner who does not care about your self-esteem or makes you feel low all the time, that's not the right partner, and that is a red flag in that relationship. So I think this is the fourth point, guys, if I'm not wrong. This one is physically, emotionally, or mental abuse. Someone who loves you cannot expose you to mental, physical, or emotional torture. No, things do not go that way. When you love somebody, you think of them all the time. You want to make them happy all the time. So I don't see where it reaches a point that you start beating them, making them unhappy, because obvious, if someone beats you or tortures you mentally or emotionally, you're gonna get unhappy. and love and unhappy, being unhappy. There are two things that do not tally at all. So, in case someone does a mistake, you can sort things out. The two of you, you sit down and say, by the way, in you this thing, you didn't do it as I expected from you, or that whatever you did is wrong. And he or she also tells you, I did it because of this and this, and you sort out your issues. Or if it is something serious that you can't sort out yourselves, you can call a third party. There are centers that cancel marriages. You can go there, the two of you get counseled, you get some ideas on how to live their lives. But beating, it's not the way to go, guys. That person does not love you when he or she beats you. I understand there are even men who are being beaten by their wives or their girlfriends, and they complain that when they report the issue, the police officers, instead of being helped, they are being laughed at. How can a woman beat you, or how can a woman do this to you? So they find it difficult to even share to anybody. So men, do not be afraid of sharing. You should just share. At one point you're gonna get help, but the best thing to do is to sort out things the way grown-ups do sort out their issues, not for the kids. Like a grown-up and a kid, whereby you beat someone, you expose them to mental torture or physical torture or emotional torture so that they can understand you, so that you can prove your point. No, prove your point the right way. Is substance abuse. Substance abuse and love are things that do not go together, guys. Someone can abuse just any substance, and when they're not sober, he or she can do anything that they do not understand. Later, when you tell them that, you did this to me, he or she comes to a point that he or she cannot even believe that she did that to you, just because he or she abused a substance. So I wouldn't advise that you stay or you be with someone who abuses substance. The best thing to do, if you find that your partner is abusing a substance, take her or him to the help centers. You're gonna get help. Rehabilitation centers are there. If it's an addiction, the person is addicted, he can get he can go to rehabilitation centers and becomes a good person. So the best way to do it is to solve things in a sober mood. Get sober, guys. Substance abuse does not help out, because doing drugs is something that is very easy, but stopping now, deciding to not to continue doing the drugs, is very, very difficult. Why? It has taken people a lot of effort to achieve that. You might find somebody, he or she has told you he stopped using the substance for even 1 year. Then all of a sudden he or she goes back to abusing the substance. So it's not easy. So the best thing, guys, just stop. Just don't do it. Don't even, I know some people get into that due to peer pressure. You find groups that do that, and they tell you, can you just taste, and bit by bit you get used to it, and it leads to addiction. So the best thing, avoid peer pressure, peer group that does that. Be yourself. Understand who you are, wherever you come from, and your future. The sixth one is anger management issues, guys. If you're in a relationship you must learn, or you must know how to manage your anger. This is someone you met in your when you are already grown up. The person has 32 teeth, you have 32 teeth. You are grown, you grew up in a different environment, so obvious you're gonna be different in ideas and everything. And these two people are gonna be in the same house, doing the same things, sharing everything, and then obvious they're gonna be, at some point you're gonna annoy each other. So to make things right, just learn how to manage your anger. I cannot say that there won't be any misunderstanding. There will be a lot, but when you know how to manage your anger, you're gonna know how to solve your things well and easily without involving the what I said earlier, the so-called emotional, mental, or physical abuse. Constant jealousy. In a relationship, obvious, there is a time when your partner feels jealous of you. When it's natural for your partner to feel jealous when you spend too much time with your friends, your relatives, or anybody. But when now it reaches a point that it becomes so constant that you also you feel that there might be a problem with my partner, that's not healthy at all. So jealousy should be there in a relationship, but not that too much that you can't even talk to your neighbor, your friend, or anybody. He or she just wants you to be yourself. Oh, come on. In this world, there are problems that you're gonna need a friend, a family, a friend, or anybody else who can just share with one or two things apart from your partner. So your partner must make you must be free. Seventh point, guys, is gaslighting. Gaslighting is whereby your partner does something wrong, and instead of questioning him, you question your sanity instead. You start asking yourself, could I be the one who is on the wrong, who did that for him to do to me this, or for him to do this to me, for him to do this? You question your reality instead of questioning him or her. Other one, which is the ninth point, is negatively affecting your relationship with your friends or your family. Guys, have you met someone who just wants you to be with him or her alone? He or she found you having friends. He wants you to end the relationship with your friends so that you just stay in the house, or you be yourself, you be with nobody's friends. No, that's finds an important sense of community, so we need to have them. Here the family I mean is your friend, your family members, or your neighbor. Those are your family members in other way, so you need to have them. You can reach a point whereby your partner is not there, you are sick in the house, you need someone to take you to the hospital, and the only person that is there is your neighbor, or the only person that is there is your friend whom you broke up with because your your partner forced you to break up with him or her. What are you gonna do? Will you die in the house there? So friends, family members, or even the neighbors are very important. You might need them at some point. So healthy relationship should never come at the cost of other relationships. That is the last point, and I hope you've learned something, because in this world we need to teach each other. You might know something that I don't know. It's good to share. It's not bad at all. And in this relationship, things happen. You've seen every day in news, you hear this happened to this wife, to somebody's wife, this happened to somebody's husband. Between the two partners, something transpired. So it's good to know them red flags so that you can make things, change things early before it escalates. So guys, thank you for clicking. I'm called Mercy Odongo, as I told you earlier. Those who are new here, welcome a lot. You're gonna hear more from me. I want the best from you guys because you are a part of my family. You're my YouTube family, guys. I love you all, but kindly subscribe, share, comment down there, and